Ahoy, fellow travellers.
And welcome aboard the Joy of Trek, an experimental podcast exploring the pulsars and cosmic dust of Star Trek, all of it. I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
And questioning Gene Roddenberry on rape gangs is your chief engineer, Greg.
Yes, very valid.
Together we're on a mission through the fireballs of Star Trek to find the costume in every wild boar and the excellence in every episode.
Even the arrogant specialist.
Because every episode must be someone's favourite, and it might as well be ours.
So send us your good vibes and join us as we warp into the
Joy of Trek.
I'm sure we've warped before.
I'm sure we have, but still, I mean, it's a fairly common occurrence, and it's kind of in character for the whole setting, so I don't see why not.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Hello and welcome, good listeners. Can you guess which episode we are doing?
That's right. We're doing Where No One Has Gone Before. Season 1, Episode 6.
Yes, and not the 106th episode of Next Generation, as I accidentally started doing my prep work for when I...
Yeah. I noticed some of the trivia was like suspiciously ball and cup related, which I don't remember that being from Where No One Has Gone Before, but well, sure.
No, that's actually the game. I guess it's a
season 5 or 6-ish?
I mean, it's 106, so it's got to be...
Divide that by 26?
Early fives, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's first season and late season 4, early season 5-ish. Yeah, something like that. So, yes, it was, let me see, first aired on October 26, 1987, written by Diane Duane and Michael Reeves, and directed by Rob Bowman, his first Star Trek direction.
But not his last by any means.
No. He was really nervous about it, apparently, because he wanted to do really well.
Good job?
Yeah. Spent like 20 days going through all the blocking and everything for the episode, which you can tell. It's like there's a lot of the thought being put into where everybody's standing rather than...
I agree.
Oh.
Like it wasn't the well-oiled machine that it would, television production machine that it would famously turn into with computer-controlled cameras and...
Right, I mean, there were like 6 episodes in. It's like...
And no one had seen any yet.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Right, they had no feedback from critics or audiences.
Well, I guess you're still working blind, as opposed to flying blind, which is what they do in most of the episode.
Do you recognize the name Diane Duane?
Not particularly, no.
Famous in science fiction, still ongoing. She's a novelist. In fact, I do believe that the plot here was sort of nicked from one of, I believe, her Star Trek The Original Series novels.
That's right, yes, it was.
Not to do your homework for you, but...
Don't think I wrote down the episode, but I did come across that little bit of tidbits. And there was a lot of stuff going on. So she wrote the original
called
thing
The Wounded Sky. I'm going to pass notes to you every now and again.
And then it they handed it in, and like it was quite different at the time. And then they got ousted, basically. They went like, okay, why did they give it to someone else for a rewrite? And it turns out they were a victim of office politics, whereas the some producer or something that went through them got into someone's bad graces, and then everybody who'd been working with him also got shit canned, basically.
Yeah, a fair bit of that happened in season 1. I need to look up a bit myself. Like there are some names of bad people. I don't know if Maurice Hurley, the bad homophobic lawyer of Gene Roddenberry, was already part of muscling in. But yeah, I know like David Gerald. See, in the early season, Next Generation, a lot of the crew that Gene Roddenberry brought aboard were familiar faces from the original series. And they tried to bring in new things, some old ideas. They were experimenting with what worked for the new series. But yeah, there were sort of network forces conspiring against them, and quite a few of them left.
Oh, okay, that's a shame. Yeah. So, who recommended this episode to us?
Oh, I'm very curious about this. Where No One Has Gone Before. Season 1, Episode 6 of Next Generation was recommended by, Pangolin. Pronunciation as in the awesome mammal with scales who looks like a tank.
That doesn't... I mean, is it a pangolin or a pangolin?
I know it as a pangolin, but I'm an English speaker who grew up outside the Anglosphere, so I've got some gaps.
Yeah, I think it's a pangolin as well, but for some reason my brain went pangolin.
I don't think they look like tanks, because I've seen pangolins do the thing where they walk on their hind legs.
Oh, they're so adorable, yeah.
And they got their front legs sort of clasped together, like a little little librarian. Excuse me, like the tattoo that you have of a muscling up your calf. That's also sort of tugging at.
Excuse me. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Pangolin, welcome aboard. First time recommender, I think. So I'm curious about this. And Pangolin says, this is a very early episode in TNG, and things are all over the place with the technobabble and the characters, but the ideas are huge and the plot is bonkers in all the best ways. Star Trek at this stage was still very fantastical, like the original series. Baffling, weird stuff just happens and the crew have to deal with it each week. This time, we get Wesley Crusher's new interdimensional BFF and his sidekick fakeout guy, who accidentally mashed the keyboard and sent the Enterprise past warp 10 and to the far side of the universe with no way to get home. I just love how weird everything in this episode and how many epic and also bizarre and awesome moments we get. We've also just got used to how the Enterprise looks when it enters warp in TNG. Then things get f***y and we get a side view of the Enterprise appearing to enter warp while at warp, and it goes to ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed! Thank you. Very good.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, thank you.
They've gone to plaid.
Yes.
As a kid, this was just mind-blowing, and this whole episode evoked, and still evokes, such a sense of awe and wonder. Things only keep getting weirder and now dangerous as reality starts breaking down for our crew, where space and time and thought are no longer the separate things we believed them to be. We can pick at plot holes and weird details, but this remains a standout for me, with just how enjoyable this episode is and how much of it is an exemplar for the heart of Trek. It's always on my rewatch rotation. Very good,
awesome.
Pangolin.
Thank you for that recommendation.
The reviews for this one, a lot of them share similar perspectives. Mm-hmm. There's a notable exception. Now, I tried to find, contemporary reviews, but I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I found an archive of the Usenet rec.arts.Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
Which unfortunately doesn't start until about 1991.
Oh, yeah, so this is well before that. It's like 4 years early.
But searching for where no one has gone before does pull up thousands and thousands of threads by sexists about why is it no longer where no man has gone before. It just sounds better. It's just more grammatically correct.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sexist, not misogynist.
Yeah,
just,
I'm not a racist, but...
Yeah.
Yes.
You are a racist, but...
Very good.
But I'm definitely going to be poking in there for some, next time we do a Next Generation Season 2 or Season 3. Like, they were very interesting perspectives.
Oh, very good, yes.
Jamal Epsikokan from Jammer's Review had the only, really critical review that I could find. There's a lack of sort of scientific cohesion.
Sure.
And that's totally valid. And if that's what you look for in Star Trek, then this does not deliver what you want.
I mean, that you can kind of explain that away by, it's the Traveler who's doing this. It's like it doesn't need us. I mean, even there's a scientific cohesion. It's so far beyond the concept of what the Enterprise is dealing with at this point that we're just yes, we have this extra-dimensional alien being here who is traveling here who can do stuff which... defies whatever is technically known here. So. And
that works for me.
Yeah.
I can imagine not working for someone else in the way that, if you really like detective stories and the explanation is magic, then, you sort of let down.
I mean, then you just have to go read a different genre of detective stories.
Yep.
Where that is a common occurrence.
When anything can happen, says Jamal, and the best the writers can come up with are dead parents, Klingon pets, and flames blocking the corridor, it's kind of a fantasy manufactured letdown. I think that's a little uncharitable.
Kind of valid, though, but...
Yeah, but this is like episode 6, right? You're still trying to establish these characters, and so you have, like in The Naked Now, right? You have the opportunity to show some fantasies. You gotta show what's under the skin of these characters that people don't know yet.
So they could have done... Well, that's exactly my point, because they could have done a little bit better. I mean, the Worf, fine. Picard's mom... absolutely, totally there.
Right, because these are characteristics that we wouldn't have imagined about them yet.
Random dude with a corridor on fire. It's like, you need to go talk to Troy because, this, we've clearly had an insight. This is like, after this, you clearly have issues that we need to resolve here.
Bump him up the list,
Yeah, exactly. The two running through the corridor being pursued, also kind of like,
exit stage left, pursued by bear.
What's there? What's going on there? Ballerina? Fine. She's maybe she's thinking about a career change. Maybe.
I see what you meant about Bob Bowman having spent a lot of time with the blocking. These were some really well figured out,
totally
beautifully cinematic.
And same with the dude who is imagining and playing himself in the string quartet, and then suddenly it's back in the mess hall. And it's like, oh,
yeah, an absolute nothing of a scene that doesn't connect with anything else.
Exactly. So I can see his point there that more could have done. Some of those were really hits, and some of those were kind of why? It's they're just to show that weird stuff is going around, and it's not. And it's also aside from Picard and Worf, it's none of the quirk. Oh, and of course Yar. Which brings us to...
no, I had a transition.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Yes, go ahead. This is important.
The chief already touched on that, the mention of rape gangs in the I mean, I guess it's like to show how tough a world it is that she came from. Because there have been fairly regular references to her background.
Yeah, there is a particular. I mean, it's like second wave men writing women, sort of plots.
Yeah. But sorry, please go back to what you were thinking about Jamal and do your segue back into where we were going to go.
Yeah, because I had a few more perspectives that I saw from other people, like James Hunt from Den of Geek in 2012 remarks that with the full weight of the network behind it, TNG got away with a lot of things that would have killed other shows. Like in this episode, and here's a great observation. The crew lack agency in their situation.
Yeah.
The ideas it presents are wholly unrelatable, and the story has virtually nothing resembling an emotional core. Okay. And yet, says James, it works. If only because it tickles the part of you that wonders exactly what might be out there.
Yeah.
Darren from the movie blog had an interesting observation about this relating to technobabble, because there is some technobabble in there. You know, at one point, supposed engineer Kaczynski spouts a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Which he gets called out for by the chief engineer.
Right. And it gets called out like it's a bunch of nonsense by everyone. Okay, so this is absolutely...
But it works. Yeah, well, not for the reasons you think, but yes.
Yeah, none of you understand how it works. So the technobabble is sort of out the window. So, says Darren, if Star Trek doesn't run on technobabble, what does it run on? Well, prepare to suspend your cynicism. It runs on innocence and magic. After all, the plot is resolved by wishing really, really hard.
Oh. Yeah, clicking your heels 3 times and
I think this is really quite brilliant. He says, while the idea that could push a ship out of the realm of the known universe requires suspension of disbelief, it makes much more sense than a few lines about coils and neutrinos and polarity.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
I mean, especially since we're already dealing with, an alien who is doing this, apparently interfacing with the warp field.
Yeah.
And making it move. I mean, the question is why? The Traveler's motivation are kind of weird. I mean, there's a little bit of a discussion with Picard about he just wants to see and explore things, but it makes little sense why he would put that to use to... Actually, I think I know what happens, but we'll get to that.
Yes. Listeners at home, this is one of those situations where you have to listen to us, take apart an episode that we've just seen before we describe it to you. Sorry.
So, all right. Any more?
Keith R. A. DeCandido, the strongest episode of the first season, an excellent science fiction premise, and a good character study.
There we go. High praise.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's see. We have already... Do we have any more warp cores to eject? There's quite a little bit of warp coring going on. I've just got my standard little thing. It's like...
What's that?
Oh, the one that always comes up. It's like when they're talking about the matter-antimatter intermix ratio. It's always 1. They literally admit it.
Yeah.
It's always 1-to-1. They literally make a point about mentioning that in a later episode where Wesley takes his Starfleet exam. It's a trick question there.
Can I sort of raise the shields here? It doesn't have to be at the same time.
Sorry, what?
Ultimately, you have to have as much matter as antimatter in order to get a reaction. But what if there's a sort of a difference in the sort of time release, the speed with which you release them into the intermix chamber, that can get you other effects?
Okay, then you're just temporarily having a lower injection rate. That's not the same as the...
Who knows what other things occur, right? Because there's all sorts of efficiencies in combustion engines and other fantastic devices that we use. That yes, when you explain it very basically, there is one outcome you can get. But planes stay in the air. They have thrust, but they also have a particular shape. Or, bees are more efficient because their wings are flexible and they change shape over the time. Mm. And it turns out if you combine that turbulence and the viscosity of air as it exists, then you can get more lift out of your thrust.
Right.
Than you normally should.
But, if you have a higher intermix ratio, it's still, there's still the amount of energy.
I'm trying, okay?
Right, okay, never mind. All right, in that case... There we go, off to the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, more or less. There's so much being made of the bridge set still. All these beautiful camera moves to show up. Oh, they're sitting on these cool leather chairs.
And they still couldn't get the carpet straight.
They still didn't. Yeah.
It's just a little thing in the very last shot. You can see it some quite big lumps of the carpet.
Uh-huh. The lights that they're using all cast sharper shadows than we're used to. It's all a cooler
notice that
shade.
they were doing a lot of characters standing out against the darker background.
Yeah, you had a lot more of that in the first season.
And still a little bit of that extreme lighting focused on the eyes effects that so popular in the original series.
Some more rim lighting that we're used to. Those are more complicated lighting setups. But so they are...
We have rendezvoused with the USS Fearless, from which a Starfleet propulsion expert and his assistant are beaming over to conduct tests on the Enterprise's warp drive engines.
Brief glimpse of what looks like an Excelsior-class craft still in service.
It is. It's actually a reuse of a shot from the Enterprise flying next to at that point, the USS Hood from the very first episode from Encounter at Farpoint.
Wow.
Only there's a planet in the background, but it's actually a reuse of that shot.
Ha ha ha. Saving money where they can.
Yep.
It's weird to see Geordi in a red uniform.
Yeah, he's still bridge crew at this point, not chief engineer.
Yeah. We get a chief engineer here he's a Scotty knockoff, isn't he?
Kinda-ish. I mean, does he have a Scottish accent?
No. I think they maybe got him from, like, Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Argyle.
All right, sure. But yes, he's like, I mean, there was a rotation. You've got, what's his face from...
Engineer Singh.
Yeah.
And I think a few others. Argyle comes back once.
Oh, okay.
At some point, I read that.
And
not to have done your homework.
what's his name? Shimoda or something?
Oh, yes, Engineer Shimoda.
So, yes. So what is happening is that they are bringing a Starfleet engineer on board to help tune the warp field or something.
Yes, and Riker is skeptical and explaining to the captain...
In my opinion, sir, they're gibberish.
Gibberish.
Because they got the specs that Kaczynski wants to try on their engine, and they fed it into the computer, and...
There was no improvement in engine performance.
And how do you explain Starfleet's report that the same tests on the USS Ajax and on the Fearless over there resulted in a measurable increase in propulsion?
And Riker's like, oh, well, they were like old ships. Maybe they had some like little wear and tear that like could be improved around. But we've got new engines, so nothing's going to work for this.
Well, they have permission, so why don't you go deal with it, Riker, if you're so skeptical?
Yeah, I mean, you're the XO. Apparently engines are your thing. And you get one of those beautifully blocked out shots when they hit the transporter room, where you can see them like the trio standing there waiting, showing the... I guess they were kind of trying to show off here. But look, we can transport people into a scene with other people who are conveniently standing very still. But
but look, it's even a camera move. The camera moves from a close up to the on the hand on the console to showing them as if we're doing, the split screening with motion, which would be very expensive, but they're not doing. They're just locking it down.
So, Kowalski comes on board. Kozinski, not Kowalski.
Kozinski, yes. Played by, let me see here, Stanley Camel, known to many as Monk's therapist in Monk, the TV series, the Tony Shalhoub.
Was he in Knight's Tale?
Who would he be?
The prince, and no, not the prince, but the other, the asshole.
No, that's Rufus Sewell.
Right. He kind of reminded me of him.
Yeah, it has unsympathetic eyes.
I guess that's a good way to point it, yes.
And it's a little bit sweaty, a little bit queasy.
Maybe, and played very arrogantly, of course.
Loads and loads of bit parts in TV here and there. 13 episodes of Melrose Place.
Okay.
And we also have Forehead of the Week. Eric Menyuk is the actor who played him. Returned as the Traveler 2 times in TNG, retired from acting in 1998 and is now a lawyer, although he did return in Prodigy Season 2.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he did also return later for this. There's one episode where he shows up again to take Wesley around. Isn't it? Yeah.
As the Traveler again.
He was the runner-up for the role of Data.
And that would have been good.
And he got this part as a consolation prize.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rather a good one.
Yeah.
Although he has to deal with those gloves because his species only has 3 fingers.
Yeah. So you can activate the generator. Sorry.
Turn on the reactor.
Sorry, that's the one.
Thanks, Kuato. I'm just in love with the lighting here. Like, they're really making use of the sort of contrast on the film stock that they're still shooting with.
Right, yeah.
As the light sort of fades on an actor's skin, the color tone changes, becomes a little darker. So there's... I don't know, there's just a lot to see here. And those dark backgrounds, like you mentioned, they were braver with their color choices.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to set up in the engine room immediately.
Sorry, that was an accidental, but still it was the right one, because Kozinski wants to get on with it.
Yes, there's a big of a sort of an informal conference between Riker and Troy, whom we brought along.
Yeah.
To get a vibe from him.
Also, he's arrogant, overbearing, self-important, and very sure of himself and his ability.
Right. I mean, guess rightfully so, because he's wrong. But he thinks
he has no reason to believe it.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks what he's doing is working, and it turns out that it's a system, but he doesn't know that, so he feels that he has the rights to be arrogant. And
he reminds me of very early Stamets from Discovery.
Yes, I can see what you mean. Yeah.
Right, in the early episodes, he also had a chip on his shoulder from having to operate in a military hierarchy.
Right. Yeah.
And being put under pressure to perform to the expectations of Starfleet instead of doing the science that he wants to.
Yes.
It takes a certain personality to be able to tolerate that.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to do science. He can't do it anywhere else except in Starfleet, so he has to suffer like this place where. Oh, so I think it's a line from The Devil Wears Prada. This position where people would kill for to live, you meanly deemed, kill for to work, you meanly deemed to do so. It's like,
yeah. It's amazing how often The Devil Wears Prada comes up on this Star Trek podcast. By the way, I've noticed.
It's a fantastic movie. There's a sequel. I need to look and still need to see that.
Oh yes, it's playing in the library.
Oh,
our library has a film house. I discovered.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting that they would play that movie.
Right?
Yeah.
They're also showing Backrooms and Disclosure Day.
Oh, never heard of it.
Well, it just came out. It's the new Spielberg.
Oh, and why is that not playing in the regular movie theater?
Also, so,
okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so yeah.
Come to the library in Almere in the Netherlands, by the way. It's a very good library. This is just a PSA to everyone. It's a very good library.
The Traveller is less scrutable by Councillor Troy.
Scrutable? What? Yeah, she can't scrut him.
Yeah, well.
With him, nothing. Empty space.
It's like he's not there, yeah.
Is she a scrutapath who can sometimes scrut the emotions of others?
I mean, I'm not wrong.
And he recommends that she stays concerned, and we head off into the credits. Riker walks in one direction through the door with the camera person casting a shadow on him, and she walks into the other direction.
Yeah.
I love this shot for some reason.
Which one's shot? Oh, it's where they wander off. Oh, right. Yeah. I have no idea what they're going. They're just going opposite. They're both walking into the corridor, but they're just going in opposite directions.
Credits, which we skipped.
Yes.
And then in engineering...
Why is this child here?
Yeah.
He's working on a school project.
Yeah, because Wesley is here.
Yeah.
There were a few reviewers who were not fans of Wesley Crusher.
No, so I heard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad for you.
Yeah. Kozinski. I don't know why I keep going back to Kowalski.
There's a lot of similar names.
It's not a police procedural in New York. But basically, you have a lot of questions, and I have neither the time nor the cranes to explain it to you. Is pretty much the attitude that he has.
Yeah, he's being a bit of a shit.
I'm saying I'm not a teacher.
Yeah.
Nor do I wish to become one.
Educate yourself.
I have neither the inclination nor the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the inclination or the crayons to explain it to you. Yes.
There are two interpretations of him. One is that he treats everyone like this. The other is that he's been treated quite badly by a lot of people, and he's found success in giving as good as he gets from a lot of critical people. I don't know. I'm kind of sympathetic to Kaczynski.
It's understandable, like whether or not it's not good behavior, but you can see where it's coming from.
Yeah,
that's how I'd like to put it.
We actually know from experience of whenever other command structures or commanders appear in Star Trek, particularly the Next Generation, they're kind of rubbish a lot of the time.
Yeah, good point. Yes,
right. They're kind of terrible people. The Enterprise just happens to be staffed by softies.
I guess that's the antagony that the story runs on.
Yeah.
So they start with the experiment, and while Kozinski is rattling on in the background at the pool table,
yes,
it's the Traveller is kind of like beckoning Wesley over to come here, have a look at this. What do you think? What do you think about it? It's like
it shows this cool graphic on the
warp
monitor.
field. Yes.
And Wesley says, okay, that's neat, but...
how about this?
Shouldn't these be connected?
Yeah. And then they twiddle some of the knobs on Kai's Power Tools plugin in Photoshop, and they get a different layout.
I love how this is the Traveller here is amazed by Wesley's knowledge and ability, and he's doing the teacher thing where he's kind of like, and like, which leads.
Now, what do you think of this?
What do you think of this?
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Which is still one of the best scenes from which unfortunately didn't make it into Galaxy Quest.
Oh yes, where the engineer
I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about. He just keeps asking these dumb questions to this really flustered cadet on the Protector, and like who then credits him by making this discovery, which in fact he had no idea what it was talking about. But yes. Fantastic scene, but it's kind of like that. And
you're right, because he does sort of, he's not leading Wesley. He's not leading him to conclusions. He's just asking like questions that open up his mind. Like,
right.
Now will it do what Kosinski says it will?
Maybe, but
it might work better this way.
And okay, skipping ahead, this is something that the Traveller introduces us, the audience, and Picard, the captain, to, that Wesley is very special.
Right, yes.
Now, this apparently had the result of turning off quite a few viewers, including younger Kaki, but that is no longer the case. Mm. This is a wonderful fantasy, right? It's. I
mean, it's like he is the kid character, which is in every TV show, Saturday morning cartoon as well. Like, for the younger audiences to relate to.
Yeah, and of course you should be special. Like there should be some valid reason why you're, on the bridge,
right,
and why there are stories about you. Something that they struggled with Jake Sisko.
Right.
It's not so easy when you're just a regular kid.
Right. I mean, I think that they did that very well, because he is just the commander's son, and like all the stuff that goes on with him is kind of like more, story related, family related, just kid being a kid on a space station, like all the stuff with Nog and
Nog was brilliant. Like pairing those two characters up was fantastic. Wesley doesn't have that opportunity, but instead you get to be really special. And we fade back out from this conversation, which is actually more important, to the technobabble that's happening around the pool table.
And Kosinski just goes like,
"So, what do I do? Go back to the Fearless, which I left with a more efficient warp drive system than I found?
Or do you cast off your ignorance, like the faceless, what was it again?
The soulless minions of orthodoxy."
Exactly.
That's right. I didn't even notice any of the things he was saying. I was looking at the lighting in this set, because it still has these big old green panels in the background. And in other areas of engineering, there's these red panels. They're still doing the pastel lighting from the original series.
They haven't really gone over to the LCARs properly yet, also not on the main console. And they still have seats. There's like benches around the edges and seats that completely disappear later on as well. So, they haven't really worked out what main engineering should look like yet.
You're right. There's a few stations with very, very low screens and these little sort of, these mushroom stools.
Yeah, very strange. But yes, we're right. We are going to start.
Commander, I'll make my preliminary adjustments at warp 1.5 and complete them as we achieve warp 4.
So Picard is like, set in warp 1.5 and engage. And it's like, no particular direction, whatever, which way we happen to be pointing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, fine. We're proceeding, and we get some tense views of people like touching screens. And I'm thinking about the reviewer who said that the crew have no agency in anything that happens. Neither going there nor getting back, and there's no special discovery and realizations that they did. And that's absolutely true. But watching it, I didn't feel that at all. I was switching from viewpoint to viewpoint. Like here, I'm with Wesley, seeing this happening. And like Wesley has some understanding, so I'm following with him.
Yes. And they are literally along for the ride. And that's not really what this episode is about. It's dealing with the issue in a completely, I mean, they're dealing with a technical, quote-unquote, issue in a completely non-technical way.
Yep.
But yes, we see the Traveller kind of like, he stops pushing buttons and he kind of almost hugs the console and starts to phase in and out.
Yes. Yeah, I think I see what's happening. He looks over his shoulder at Wesley.
Exactly. He's looking over his shoulder at Wesley to check out, like, do you see what I'm doing? Are you following what I'm doing? And that's what happened. That's the moment I was talking about earlier. That's where it goes wrong.
Yes.
That's where he goes
gets
from
distracted.
Exactly. He gets distracted. He takes his mind off what he's doing for a moment to look at Wesley, and that's what causes the anomaly effect, which causes them to, as Geordi pushes it.
Captain, we're passing warp 10.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. It's bananas. It's, the Enterprise is already traveling at warp, and then it goes to warp again. Yeah. And the stars streak differently. We're watching the enhanced edition, the remastered, and it's fucking gorgeous.
The original line was, by the way, warp 5, but
what?
They in post they changed it to warp 10.
Whoa! And they didn't even turn to salamanders this time.
No, they did not.
Lucky
in fact,
them.
That was a different method. So using Kaczynski is sitting there going like, this is not going the way I was planning. He's kind of worried, but he takes no effort in taking credit for it later on.
Yeah, when the Enterprise finds itself somewhere weird.
Yeah.
Well, sir, according to these calculations, we've not only left our own galaxy, but passed through 2 others, ending up on the far side of Triangulum.
Known as M33.
Yeah. Now, that's impressive that you can know that with this kind of data that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can do a lot of star chart triangulation based on systems which are even further away.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And of course, you have a view of the Milky Way that you otherwise wouldn't, that you'll be able to relate to. But it probably wouldn't occur to you to start doing that until you'd exhausted other possibilities, right? Like none of the Enterprise's normal navigational procedures or positioning procedures would count on a position outside the Milky Way.
Right. There's a scene in one of the culture books where one of the ships gets tossed through some sort of weird effect. And he's like literally described as like, okay, so he had to, the ship is like, it's narrated from the ship's viewpoint, where he's going like, okay, so you do that thing where you have to like determine your position by triangulating yourself on the spatial stuff, which is one thing that you do when you're being trained as a young mind to prove that you can, and then you never have to do it again because you never lose track of where you are.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to report a new speed record.
We get cool sort of, I want to call them upskirt shots of Data and Geordi in their seats, even though they're already sitting really, really low. The camera's even lower.
Yeah, those seats are practically reclined.
Yeah.
The starscape outside is quite active. It's quite full there. Like apparently there's a proto-star in development.
All sorts of imagery that we don't usually see, and yet really sort of tickling the wonder bone.
Yeah.
And we send a message to Starfleet, which
traveling subspace they should receive in 51 years, 10 months, 9 weeks, 16 days.
Mr. Data.
It's clearly not yet. Yeah, what?
He doesn't get it.
I was only being precise.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is like they play with that for a while because like at a certain point, it's like you really don't need to give all that detail. And then later on, he goes like in 15 hours, 7 and 16 minutes. And then what? No seconds?
Yeah. What do you want?
Can't win this, can I?
Kaczynski is instantly taking credit. He made a mistake.
A wonderful, incredible mistake.
Just explain what brought us here.
And here comes some of that technobabble that doesn't do anything.
As the power grew, I applied the energy asymptomatically. I anticipated some tilling, but it didn't occur. Now, that was my error, using the Bessel functions at the beginning.
And Picard's like, what?
And he asks...
What is he saying, number one?
And his response is...
Tell the truth, sir, it sounds like nonsense to me.
Oh, like doesn't look like anything to me.
Oh, very good. Sick Westworld reference there, bro. But considering...
We must assume it isn't.
Yeah, that's like what the whole, what Kaczynski's entire career is based upon at this point. It's like...
Incredible things happening while he was standing close and saying it was him.
Yeah.
So...
Well, he was doing something that he expected to work. I mean, like thought goes into these things. Like it's almost...
Oh, very good.
Maybe that's what
the Traveler likes to keep him around. He has...
Exactly. He has the right mindset to make these things happen.
Because he really, really believes in him.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I hadn't really considered that.
Neither do I. That he's just an easy fuel source for the Traveler who needs someone to believe that this is possible.
Yeah.
And his belief is much bigger than anybody else's skepticism.
Yeah.
Because, if the Traveler was alone with, like, Riker, who thinks all this is nonsense, maybe he would have a much harder time doing it.
Right, yes.
Huh.
All right, so, yes, the Traveler is not doing very well.
And it's Wesley who notices.
Yes.
I need to rest. I've been away too long.
interesting there. Away from where?
Yeah, well, wherever it is that he's home from.
Yeah, but as we later learn, like he's new to this reality.
But here it is, like this kind of feeds into this, what we were just talking about, because Wesley goes...
Is Mr. Kaczynski like he sounds?
A joke? No.
He has spent some small part of this.
See, like he's like that kind of like works for that theory that he kind of gets it. He gets the basis of it, and that would help him to actually do the thing.
And also, I really like that he's teaching Wesley, don't be so quick to judge people,
right?
And just because you find them unpleasant. Because he asks him, is he a joke? No, that's too cruel.
Yeah. Kaczynski, meanwhile, is on an ego trip.
I've always suspected that this rate of speed was possible, of course, but at this level, no, never.
Oh. Or, as the subtitles say, ha ha, ho.
Right, yeah, something went wrong there.
Sometimes they do get a little, at least it's not as weird as, I hope we don't have to do too many Discovery episodes. Please recommend more Discovery episodes. Because for some reason, like half the times that Tilly is mentioned, it's transcribed as
Titty. Yes, I saw that.
It's so funny. I know it's terrible, but then you get lines like, why is Titty arming herself? I just can't get enough of it.
So our chief engineer...
Perhaps you could call it the Kaczynski scare.
Which he is very eager to jump on. Yes, of course. I made this possible, so why should it not be named after myself? Why should I not keep it? Oh, no, wait, that's...
And he goes to the captain. This must be a thrill for you, because...
In 3 centuries of space travel, we've charted just 11% of our galaxy.
And Picard is like, yeah, maybe.
Yes, but isn't the real point? Can you do it again?
And you see the hesitation on his face because, well, yes, of course I can.
Yeah, I'll just do it again.
Croy is...
He's convinced he's right. I've no doubt of that.
Which should speak for the man.
What I like is, look at this setup. They're all standing around, and Picard realizes he's got all his officers standing around looking at him and not saying anything, and he says,
"Comment is invited."
Yeah, it's like, okay, what is? Everyone's looking at him, like, okay, what are we going to do with it? It's kind of interesting though, because like everybody is still super skeptical, despite they have just seen proof that whatever it is that the guy does must work at some level. But they're all very skeptical, because like you think that like Troy's commander is like, he's convinced that he's right, so like he's not. I mean, in the statement, there's already the implication that he's not.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there's just been proof that, like, okay, it's like, I mean, he's convinced that he's right. He's clearly not trying to trick or con us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for some reason, we're not taking that now that we've seen evidence. We're still not taking it at face value.
Maybe they're just assholes. Maybe they have been treating him like they treat Commander Hutchinson.
Right.
And they just don't like other people who aren't in their clique already.
Right. That makes sense, yeah. Maybe that's why everybody else does it, like goes hating on the Enterprise when the new command arrives.
This is what happened.
So like flagship assholes, It's like they think they're better than everybody else.
And they all badmouth people on Reddit, on Space Reddit, thinking that their really cleverly disguised handles will hide it from people, and that's what Kaczynski read. He's I'm walking into a vulture's nest.
Yeah.
I've got to put up my sort of frilly carapace.
There's a little bit of debate about what to do, but Picard quickly.
Number 1, tell Kaczynski to prepare to get us out of here.
Aye, sir.
It's interesting the sort of spread of opinions, because you've got skepticism on one hand, you've got Geordi who says, well, nobody else has claimed the credit, and if not him, then who?
Yeah.
And even Data says, but we're out here now. Should we maybe have a look around?
Yeah.
And all these things Picard considers, and then he goes, we still need to get back.
Yeah, ship safety and crew safety has priority. Let's work on getting back first. Like, I can totally see the point behind that, because like if we have to get back. Yeah. If we get back safely, no problem. We can come back again, because clearly we have once is a fluke, twice is Data.
Yeah.
So now we can come back here and have a look anyway. So let's focus on let's focus on getting back. So I can see the point.
Right here on the bridge, and they didn't even have to go to the conference room, because this is one of the rare episodes of Star Trek without an official meeting.
Oh, okay.
No one ever goes into a room specifically to talk about something.
Because we need a scene change, yes. So Wesley,
the show was still finding itself.
Wesley tries to get to warn Riker.
Discreetly.
Yes.
But Riker is not interested.
I'm sure this is fascinating, Wesley. I am looking forward to hearing all about it, but not right now.
Because as Kozinski tries to tell his assistant to get on with it, but Wesley intervenes.
Come on. He's too tired.
It's like, why don't you do it? Like, I like.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll do it.
Right. And the traveler, no. I'll help. Don't worry about it.
Wesley brings over a slightly taller mushroom stool so he can be framed over the shoulder of the traveler.
And also so he's got a better view of the console at that point.
Yeah, all these fantastic 80s designs that look so futuristic and are not height adjustable for the comfort of the...
Also not particularly friendly to also a little bit ableist on the ship there.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, I really like that in Starfleet Academy, where Captain Nala Ake walks onto the bridge of her ship/crew for the first time, and she enters her command codes, and then the chair reconfigures just based on her preferences that she's already programmed in elsewhere.
That makes sense.
And I like this idea that these chairs sort of automatically reconfigure themselves because you have that on your file. I want an extra bit of lumbar support.
Yeah, might as well.
I had to have these vertebrae fused. Yeah. I'm bisexual, so I need extra sprawling like she does.
Yeah, so off they go. Once more, flashy lights. We get like this almost Doctor Who-ish effect of, or maybe Tron, whatever you'd like to go.
Oh, I like that.
And this time at least he goes,
"Oh, stop,"
rather than reverse the engines.
Yeah.
Which has like you could just like turn them off. You don't have to. There was a little discussion with Data about that. Like nobody's ever reversed engine at this speed. It's like might just like pull the brake, like kind of like just ease off of the throttle before you pull the handbrake.
And he calls all stop, and then he goes, "Oh yes, I will definitely do all stop right away, sir." Which, as you remarked,
at that speed, and we're 3 galaxies down at this. But that's the thing that I always kind of like have a pick on. You see that so often. It's like they have to make a very precise jump to a particular location, and then it's like and stop, and then you see the guy reach for the control console, and 2 seconds later actually hits the stop button.
Yeah, that's what we have scripts for. You do that precisely. But I also have this, oh God, I'm not going to say it again I am going to say it again, from Star Trek Into Darkness, where they get knocked out of a warping to Earth and they're prematurely dropped. And where are we now? 300,000 kilometers from the...
Yeah, where were you going to stop?
It's half a light second that you were between the Earth and the Moon. Anyway, those streaks look so cool.
Yeah, it's like lights in a highway.
And I think we've also never seen just curving at warp, right?
No, I don't think so either, no.
Because, Chief, stand by to give me that quote from, I think, Tom Paris.
Faster than light, no left or right?
Nice one. So, and they end up in a weird location.
Yeah, it looks like an ice cave or something.
It kind of reminded me of the mysterious lights, the angelic lights from the original series BSG.
Oh, is that why we're talking about Battlestar Galactica when we were watching this?
Exactly, yeah. That's what
the lights of Zetar.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they catch up on the a few of the Vipers, and then they keep disappearing one by one, and they all end up in this weird crystalline entity space something thing where they when stuff happens. Go see it. It's a fun series.
Hey, maybe we should watch it for your next wild card.
Well, who knows?
Is there slut ball in it?
No, that's a different episode.
Okay. Well, let's watch that one instead. I want to see more.
That's the episode that I wanted, that I originally wanted to pull. It was also a slut ball episode.
Yay!
And that's why I got the wrong one. I started and go like, oh yeah, this is the slut ball one, and then it turns out to be an entirely different episode, which also has slut balls.
I appreciate it.
See how many times we can say slut ball.
I know that it's called like triad or pyramid or one of the two. They get mixed up.
They got it wrong in the in the remake.
Yeah.
So the card game is called Pyramids, and the slut ball game is called Triads.
Where they have the amazing outfits of just these.
Or is it the other way around?
Body See, there you go.
But they got it the wrong way around in the new series. Yeah.
Just put on your white body armor jockstrap,
and chest and bulldog harness chest piece. Yes.
It's such a hot look.
It's like yes.
Hey, cosplayers, get on that.
More of that, please. Yes.
No one knows what the they're looking at. Because it really does look like a spacey ice cave. They somehow have the ability to determine their position is like crazy way out there. How? Based on what? You can't see anything.
I was like reading up on the production on this, And then I later realized, because there's a mention how the space effects at the end of the universe were done in the basement of one of the engineers who was just
cool.
Reflecting lights. And then I realized, wait, we're watching the remastered version, so this is probably nothing like what the original effects looked like.
Oh, well, we'll have to look on YouTube to see what the originals look like.
Oh, yes.
I've got to say, the remaster was very, very faithful.
Okay.
Certainly in the I don't know, maybe that was something that became more faithful later, but it was rarely about like completely replacing something that already existed.
No, okay. But yeah, it was like basically light reflecting of water shining on his window and then doing little few funky things and Christmas lights for the blinkies.
Cool.
So Picard goes like,
I'll be in engineering.
I'm going to check. Like, nobody can like, what are you doing with my ship? I'm going to have to go down there and check it out myself.
And we get a kitty.
Emmylou.
Emmylou?
That's the name of what is it called? The Russian wild boar. That plays the part of the Worf's Tart.
Yeah, suddenly this horned, spiky, furry creature, because Star Trek is not ashamed to glue shit to babies and animals.
Good point, yes.
Actually, we just had a Fantasies Coming to Life episode in If Wishes Were Horses.
I suppose, yes, we did.
Where this was mentioned as well. So, yeah, we had an emu that I think they didn't have the guts to glue anything to its head.
It doesn't look like it, no.
To make a Junji Jackdaw.
This pig was wearing an outfit.
No.
And I'm not sure, Robert Justman, I don't know what his role is. It was not mentioned in the
Robert Justman is one of the costume designers.
Oh, right. The pig smelled horrid. Sweet, sour, extremely pungent odor. I showered and it took me a week to get rid of it. So he was not, I guess he was the costume designer who did the costume for the Tart. Worf is delighted.
Yeah, we don't see him like that.
No, he is absolutely delighted and as we get with a lot of the other illusions, the moment you look away, he disappears again.
Yeah. And Yar is just...
You're telling me it's a kitty cat?
And she gets an immediate vision of her kitty cat.
Yeah, a much less pleasant image for her, as we find out for others. For Picard, it's an awesome image. Stepping out of the turbolift and into the void of warp space.
Which I can kind of imagine that's what his mindset is like at the moment.
Yeah.
Like he's got this literally lost in space thing going on right now.
Very good.
So I guess that's a really good conveyance of what's on his mind.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, you're right. And on everybody else's mind is homesickness or, we want to get home. And for Worf, that's thinking about how he grew up as a child.
Yeah.
This must have been, by the way, was this his pet when he was still living with
the Roshenkos?
Or, was he found as a baby or as a small child?
I don't know.
Oh. Chief, can you clear that up?
So Worf was born on Kronos, and when Worf was about 5 years old, his father took his mother and him to live on the Khitomer colony, and that seems to be around the time when he maybe had the Targ. It's not super clear. When he was about 6, that's when Romulans attacked the Khitomer colony and killed basically all of the 4,000 Klingon colonists, and afterwards, that's when Worf was picked up by the USS Intrepid, and Sergei Rozhenko is the one who found Worf buried in the rubble, and he went to live with the Rozhenkos. So yeah, he was about 6, so he would have had some kind of core memories and early childhood memories of being with his parents, being Klingon. So I feel like you can kind of draw some lines on sort of like the obsession with Klingon ideal and clinging to that because of, that trauma of kind of watching a genocide. You Romulans.
I'm really excited to learn about that 6 to 8 weeks from now.
Yeah, Picard recovers, and the second time the turbolift opens, everything is back to normal, while Yar, in the meanwhile, has a flashback to her time on the colony where she grew up.
Yeah, on an early George Michael music video.
It kind of, she's like that shot. It's almost like Ripley holding Jones.
Oh, you little asshole! Yeah. Yeah, where you mentioned like the Fresnel lensing of light on her awesome eyes.
Oh yes.
But yeah, a sweaty environment. Her hair is much less kempt. The Stargate has opened behind her, and the cackling...
The Stargate, wow.
It's a little bit.
I know what you mean, yeah.
There's fog everywhere. She's wearing her Mad Max cosplay, and the gang, I'm not going to say the word, are shining their flashlights and cackling.
Not really doing anything. They're just kind of standing there. They're not coming forward. But yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, we have the string quartet scene, which we already discussed. Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart. Yes.
Like, there's no context given for it. And it's also huge whiplash from Geordi comforting Yar and making sure that she knows, hey.
Well, you're safe now.
Yeah, right? That's important to know. And then we have this beautiful chamber orchestra.
I guess it's setting up the scene with Picard and his mom. Because, like, we've had the first effect, the strange mind effect, and it's kind of like building the expectation or the mindset for the audience, whereas we now have fully understanding that, okay, people are seeing things. It's not people are not going weird. They are just, these things are apparently really happening.
Yeah.
Because we know that, like, some of them are entirely in the mind of the person that's happening, like the two who are being chased by the corridor, but the one who's doing the ballerina stuff is actually viewed to be doing so by Picard.
Yeah.
As was the Warg as well, the Targ.
The Targ, yeah. Up to this point, it might have been like a shared delusion, but yeah, we have this beautiful image of a young black woman, fantastic ballerina. I'm unfortunately not well trained enough in dance to be able to judge her performance, but it looks spectacular.
Oh yes,
and a lovely nice spotlight
cut through a bright light from where she's wearing a tutu towards back in her uniform.
Yeah, with her hair no longer tied back. It's kind of beautiful, and the gentleman who was playing violin, I think, suddenly find himself alone in a boring conference room on his own.
Well, I think it's the mess hall or something. Maybe this is the time we do see the mess hall, the mess. Meanwhile, Picard is turning, and suddenly there is a little old lady sitting at a table, having tea
because she made it good and strong.
Will you like it?
Yes.
And Picard asks,
"Mammal."
Yeah. And how have you been? But you've been...
You've been...
Dead?
Yes, but I'm always with you. You know that.
And he says yes.
Felt that.
And he struggles to sort of remember where he is, because it's the emotions are very, very powerful. He's not... in later Next Generation, certainly on Voyager, they'd be more suspicious straight away. This is some kind of space phenomenon.
Yeah.
But here he's more caught up by the emotion of the experience.
So the background behind this apparently is that his mother suffered from untreated mental health issues, which eventually led to her suicide at a young age.
Was this established prior to this episode?
No, this is like it might have been retconned in.
Because I know this from like season 2 of Star Trek Picard deals with his lingering childhood trauma and grief. As the child of a person with mental health issues. Right.
So, I don't know if that was a retcon or if that was already a thing at this point.
It's worth revisiting. He has sort of hallucinations of his dad, who's played by Gaius Baltar. He's the motherfucking shit. He's the motherfucking shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look for a video about the Battlestar Galactica. Oh, my God. There was a fake making-of video produced by Bear McCreary as an intro to the concerts that he gave for Battlestar Galactica, and it's probably some of the best tie-in material I've ever seen.
So, yes, Riker comes turning around the corner. We don't actually see whether or not Riker sees Picard's mother. I suspect not.
No,
considering how he is kind of looking at him, kind of...
Captain?
Yeah.
And you were reported to...
You were reported headed for...
Just a moment, number one.
He barks it off and turns around, and like with all the other things, the moment he turns back, it's gone. And now we see him sitting there on his haunches in the corridor, probably the way that Riker saw him sitting there, with leading to his like, sorry, sir, what are you doing here? Like you were summoned to... And he's gone. And you can see the pain and even a bit of grief in... You can see what an amazing actor Patrick Stewart is in this shot.
And in the HD version, we see, like, he actually sheds tear. It's gone just as soon as he stands up and he collects himself. But Riker is a sensitive officer, and he asks...
I help you, sir?
Yeah, it's not even like, what's going on? It's just like, are you all right? Or what's going on? It's like, no, can I help you? Yeah.
Yeah. In the same way that Geordi was there for Yar, saw that something was going on, you need... Like connecting as a person first before treating it as a scientific phenomenon.
Yeah.
Very different from how the show would later evolve.
But it clearly makes his decision because, like, let's help everybody.
General quarters, red alert.
Whoa!
And this is okay. So here comes. Well, it's not even a plasma event. It's just hilarious. So.
What is it, Captain? Why are we at general quarters?
Well, I needed to get everybody's attention, and this seemed to be the quickest way, despite the fact that later, or in the same episode, or many other times, he just has to press a little button, and you hear a bosun's whistle, and everybody on the ship gets to hear what the captain has to say, rather than.
No, I think what he's talking about is like. He doesn't want to take 5 minutes to hold a great big speech,
right?
To get everyone on.
Which is literally what he then does.
Yeah, but he wants to get the job done, get everybody focused on their job while he thinks about what he's going to tell them.
Okay, fair enough.
Because, he makes it into engineering, and then he says...
It seems that in this place, the world of the physical universe and the world of ideas is somehow intermixed.
Yep. And so, button down, control your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Don't wonder... And
Prize will stay at full alert until the crisis is over.
So yes, crew informed, like everybody stop fantasizing, stop doing, just like focus on your duty, which I guess makes sense if you send the ship to general quarters.
The captain addresses Kaczynski, what did you do?
Yeah.
And Riker is there. No, it wasn't him. Yes, it was me, says Kaczynski.
No.
But...
Equations they punched in were nonsense.
And Riker has a very clear view. And of course, Picard sent him there to represent the command structure. But he's still gathering all the input.
But I mean, and this is where Kaczynski actually, if he has a redemption, it's here.
Just as we thought.
I honestly thought it was me. I thought somehow
he was operating on his level, so he kind of like figured like, oh yes, I'm now doing this, getting here as well. But no, it was the assistant.
Riker takes some responsibility. Hey, I should have realized this. And Picard goes, oh, well, how could any of us?
Wesley did.
And Picard's like, okay, why didn't you tell anybody? And again, Riker takes the blame. It's just like...
He tried. Twice. I didn't listen.
Which Picard sort of recognizes.
Yeah.
Like, this goes for both of them. I wouldn't have listened either.
Yeah, seems
because he's
fair.
Just the boy.
Yep.
And Wesley informs him that...
Parts of him disappeared and then came back.
So they go visit him in sickbay.
A really cool shot. Sickbay is super dark, and it's got this one bio bed that he's strapped down to. It's almost suggesting, hey, this sort of ceiling arch, almost like it's an operating theater.
Kind of, yeah.
Like you can have people looking down. Kind of a creepy image, but very informative and educational.
There's some problems, though.
My equipment doesn't register his kind of life signs.
What does that mean?
I mean, Troy didn't get to register him either, so... maybe not as much there as he appears to be.
Yeah, that's right. And Wesley...
Mom, he's my friend.
He said 8 words to me and called me by my name. This is...
But he treated him with respect and...
More than anyone in this ship has ever done. You're always working and everybody else just calls me the boy.
Yes. There are 34 other children on this ship as well, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
He seems to have developed some sort of special attachment to the boy.
My name is Wesley, Commander Riker.
And then Picard says...
He knows.
We all know.
We all know your name is Wesley. We just don't think you deserve that respect.
Yes.
Good grief.
But the decision is made to wake him up despite Crusher's protest that it might be dangerous for him.
And also that if he's our only chance to get back, then, taking this risk by waking him up prematurely risks our ability to come back. And then Picard makes the sort of risk assessment, but our thoughts are endangering us as well. We can't stay here.
Right, yeah. Who are you? What are you doing?
I am a traveler.
And then it gets real spacey.
What's your destination? It's like, destination? It's like, what a ridiculous concept.
Like, he's struggling with some of these ideas. But, like, he's coming at this from openness and a desire to cooperate. Right? He's not rejecting them. He's instantly charming as well. I could have seen him as Commander Data. Yeah, because you just want to trust him and you believe that he wants good things for you.
Yeah, he's not portrayed as a villain. It's like, that's interesting. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes when these weird things happen, then you can kind of feel from the way that the story is written that you're supposed to treat the character as someone with bad intentions.
Yeah,
despite
suspicions
the fact,
are cast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't get that at all in this thing.
And this is a huge, long bit of dialogue from which we don't learn like a lot of factual information.
No.
We get a lot of vibes, and especially this one I liked.
What is the purpose of your journey?
Curiosity.
And that sort of opens up, hey, yeah, that is why we're watching Star Trek.
Well,
that's not an answer.
Yeah.
I have certain abilities.
Hang on, that's not an answer. What the is Starfleet all about? It's
Yeah,
like they're all
right.
about like investigating things. You should immediately catch on to this. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you traveling? Just like, I want to learn about things. Like, oh, cool, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Rather than like, that's not an answer.
That's not an answer. Exactly.
That's
An ongoing mission to explore strange
Yeah.
new things. You would never like assign the flagship with something as bullshit as that.
So yes, it was kind of weird, but
and
allowing Kaczynski to take credit for what you did.
yeah, it seemed the best way to do it.
And he says,
Captain, I seek only transportation in order to see and experience your reality.
He sounds like a fucking hippie, but
yeah, right?
yeah,
Like he's just on a road trip, and he's trading his skills as a car mechanic to get to hitch rides.
I guess so. Yeah,
trying to get to where he believes Woodstock is, which he probably should have read the address a little bit better.
There's a little.
What mistakes could possibly explain these incredible explosions of velocity?
Which is conveniently hand waved.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I can put this in terms you'll understand.
We just don't get any clue about what.
Absolutely none. But except, he does go in a little bit about like, and this is where we get back to the thought thing.
You understand, don't you? That thought is the basis of all reality. The energy of thought, to put it in your terms, is very powerful.
And do you expect us to believe in magic? And it's like, no. It's like, actually, there's like, I mean, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic by those who don't understand it.
Yeah. Arthur C. Clarke, I believe.
Oh, there's been variations, yes.
And what is magic, by the way?
Yeah, well.
Right, summoning forces that you don't understand to achieve ends that you can't explain.
Computational demonology.
Oh, there we go. But, like, he does convey to the captain, who understands, by the way, he understands, hey, thought, this is some existentialist humanist stuff that's actually really interesting to think about. Like, I've always liked, I think, therefore, I am cogito ergo sum as an axiom, because it's the only thing that you know for sure you're experiencing.
Yes.
Right? Regardless of the definition, even if you're a piece of software, you're being simulated, you're a brain in a jar, even if the rest of reality doesn't exist, you experience that you are thinking, whatever that means.
But unfortunately, that only works for yourself. You can't take anybody else saying that thing as proof that they also do so.
No, but then you have one basis to stand on.
That way lies solipsism, but it's.
Oh no, totally. But you take that as a place to stand, and now you can move your lever.
Yeah.
But there is a huge risk because you can think of all sorts of things, and therefore we really shouldn't be here until we have more control over what we think and how. And
then there's like, okay, so just a little bit of like, oh, you're from a different time, and there's like, oh, well, maybe according to your concept of time, maybe.
I like that you're from another time. No. Well,
as you understand it, maybe.
Yeah.
But and then Riker gets a bit of a put down. It's because he goes.
Yes. Then why? In all of our history, is there no record of you or someone like you ever having visited us?
It's like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, because we didn't go and visit you because
up until now, if you'll forgive this, you've been uninteresting.
Ah.
Like, just as you started to get interesting, you left.
Yeah. Wait, who's that?
That's Sean Connery in his role of Dr. Jones Sr.
Oh, yeah. In The Last Crusade.
Talking to Indy, yeah.
What a great parental.
Oh, yeah, that was like not a very good father-son relationship there.
And he passes out, and the captain orders the doctor to give him more drugs.
Yep.
Because this needs to be solved.
Yep.
Number one, take him down to main engineering.
And the Traveller has a request. He wants to speak with the captain in private.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone leaves. Wesley is one of the last to leave. Both Dr. Crusher and Captain Picard touch him on the arm, like, it'll be fine. And he remarks to the Traveller about Wesley.
Strange how he seems to care for you.
and asks about, or wants to tell Picard about
the boy. It's best you do not repeat this to the others, especially not to the mother.
But he describes Wesley as being very special.
Right, yes. That request by the Traveller, by the way, is completely ignored by Picard, because later on in Journey's End, both Beverly and Wesley both discussed that conversation as if they had full and open knowledge of it.
Oh, whoa!
So Picard just immediately blabbed about that.
Yeah, he's a 2 glass of wine kind of.
Yeah.
Because the Traveller admonishes or encourages the captain to encourage him, but not like guide or limit him.
Right. Yes.
And this dialogue.
Are you familiar with the intricacies of what is called here music?
And Picard goes, somewhat.
Yeah.
He hasn't learned to play his flute yet.
No, that'll be a while still. But yes, the Traveller compares Wesley to Mozart, but then for warp travel, as he puts it.
Not with music, but with the equally lovely intricacies of time, energy, propulsion, and the instruments of this vessel, which allow all that to be played.
But that's as much as we get.
Yes, because he literally gets hoisted up between Picard. Picard picks him up, hands him over to Riker, who almost puts him in a fireman's carry and brings him over to main engineering.
Speaking of firemen.
Right, this is where we have Engineer Musco. It will be referred to Dr. Troy for further psychological evaluation and lingering fear of fire.
Sweaty science officer and Picard says,
"Put the flame out in your thoughts!"
And it works.
I mean, yeah.
So, off you go.
Didn't I tell you all to keep concentrating on your work and not...
keep concentrating, assholes. And then he has another order for the crew. Let me see. So we have to control random thoughts and all decks, all stations.
That you center your thoughts on your duty or on the welfare of the one called the Traveller.
Because this is hugely taxing for him, and it's kind of cool that the captain has sort of decided on doing this. If we have this power, then that's something we need to use it for. Either keep doing what you're doing so that the ship continues to function as it's supposed to, and you're not thinking about other things, or help him along. It's sort of like in the David Tennant era of Doctor Who, where at some point the extremely weakened Doctor is able to perform an unexpected miracle because lots of people are just thinking about him at the same time.
Yeah.
And that sort of collective energy and hope fuels him.
After Picard orders everybody to their battle stations.
Yeah.
I'll need Kaczynski back on the main computer.
And he's like, you need me? And he's like, yeah, I mean, your thoughts are delicious.
I like the way you sweat, boy. Oh, damn. And under the pulsating red glow of red alert, which illuminates everyone's faces with beautiful saturation.
Yes, Troy is having a little moment.
Quite wonderful.
Okay.
So everybody's very positive and mindset, and it's it's delightful.
Yeah. Hey, mag ook wel eens een keer. That's awesome.
So, more shaky cam vision as... Oh, no, actually, it doesn't start happening until Wesley reaches out, takes the Traveller's hand in a gesture of reassurance. Which really seems to work for him, because then when he puts his hand back on the console, he starts to do the fade out thing. But this time, he completely disappears.
Yeah.
And you can see Kaczynski sitting there folding his hands, going, well, there goes my meal ticket.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to live in this post-scarcity society and just coast and replicate whatever I want.
But the ship drops back to warp 1.4, which is a...
Warp 1.5, sir. Which is what my instruments have read all along.
And our position reads exactly what it was before this sleigh ride began, sir.
Oh, I was thinking about the sleigh ride from Lieutenant Kijé. There's a performance by the Sauter Kinberg Orchestra, which has this gorgeous. There's a trombone movement. It's a big band piece with a lot of movements, and the trombones do this absolutely crazy flourish that has no purpose. And then you realize, that's the last bit the trombones got to do, so they just went out with a bang.
Nice.
Riker returns to the bridge to report.
The Traveler's gone, sir.
phased right out of existence.
Yep.
Picard makes a speech. It's like, well, the traveler has returned us, and he has now left us.
Wherever he has gone, we wish him well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That kind of sentiment and respect, like, this is so much more driven by emotion than we're used from Star Trek stories. We're used to people, staying much closer to their role and communicating what they feel and care about much less than they do. It's interesting, like, revisiting the very, very earliest season of Next Generation, where it was all still quite experimental, discovering what they were going to do. And you can see all these nuggets. Hey, this is what the show could have been.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it's like, they're not complaining about where they went.
Certainly not.
And a lot of these elements do return later on. There's like when everybody finds their stride, and like, more personal touches pop up quite regularly.
Yeah, but if we ourselves had the ability to travel like this, we could go to other universes where we find, a friend of the show, Toledo, has produced a visual novel, which includes a little bit of spacey-wacy stuff where two characters are talking about their shared love of a show called Starwards,
yes,
which is brilliant. And they discover, like, oh, whoa, you've got a 6 original series movie? You mean your series of films ended with the one where they meet God?
Oh, that reminds me a little bit of I think it's called the Unseen Library series by Genevieve Cockman, which is a multiverse type storyline thing. And she works for an institute called the Library. And they kind of hold the fabric of reality between all the multiverses together by collecting rare books which only exist in that particular.
Unique artifacts.
Yeah, so there's like the extra gospel, or Newton's third part to the Principia Mathematica and stuff like
Love
that.
Labour's 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, History of the World Part 2.
Did he do that one? Oh no, he's doing Spaceballs too.
Yes. Not the movie they wanted, you wanted, but the movie you're getting.
Yeah.
So Wesley Crusher gets called onto the bridge, and like they do a little song and dance.
Yeah, apparently this is, like, they have had no chance to rehearse this, Picard and Riker, but they do this bit where Picard invites Wesley to sit on the command chair, but, don't, Captain's not allowed, you're ordered. Oh yeah, well, I can't go. Can't do that.
Can't undo my own orders.
Yeah, only commissioned officers. And Wesley tries to...
All right, sir. I understand.
Oh, yes.
Please don't interrupt me.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah.
But yes, it's like any commission rank, even ensign.
That would give him authorized access to the bridge.
Oh, well, then I don't really have a choice, do I?
And he makes a captain's log, a rare case where we see someone actually say the words.
Right, yes.
Captain's log.
Right, yes.
Because it's usually on voiceover.
Yes.
For outstanding performance in the best Starfleet tradition, Wesley Crusher is made acting ensign with the duties and privileges of that rank.
Yeah, and he immediately gets a grueling work schedule.
Yeah.
Mainly focused on study, and like we'll see if you manage to pass the entrance exam for Starfleet.
Yeah. And Wesley goes, yeah, pass. I'm just going to go do a bunch of weed with my friends. We're off to drink weed and finger each other.
And yes, he gets given the opportunity to go tell his mom, but no.
No, he just wants to sit on his little cuck chair
on the jump seat, yes.
Yeah.
And we have the end of the episode.
No.
Yeah.
This was delightful.
It was, yes. It's like, don't rarely get to revisit. I mean, I suppose I get to revisit them whenever I want, but I rarely rewatch or very early on Next Generation episodes. So it's like lovely when they get.
Some of them are hit and miss.
Well, yeah. So it's lovely when they get recommended to us and we can enjoy them.
Thank you so much, Pangolin. Built like a tank, I'm sure, but I'm also thinking about you with your little steepled fingers. No.
So, what did you think was?
So fucking cool.
Actually, I'm with Pangolin. Like, the whole vibe of this, which is almost impossible to put into words, but like this commitment to weirdness, but not just for its own sake, and especially because these characters are so unknown to us at this point, and the show is still so malleable. It conveys this sense of wonder in a way that, like, If Wishes for Horses on DS9 didn't quite do as successfully, because it was, much more established, and it had to steer clear of certain tropes that in early Next Generation, what even are science fiction tropes? Nobody's seen them in ages. And yeah, this this vibe of wonder and what's out there, even though, we don't have a scientific basis for it and there's no emotional core, really works for me. How about you?
Oh, I am definitely going for both the Traveller and Edric Menuk's performance as him.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Because I really love that his first scene with Wesley, where he's kind of like guiding him through the warp field stuff, and like teasing his brain in that regard, but also how he plays him very alien, especially the whole scene in sickbay. It kind of schools the crew, Riker and Picard, a little
really
bit.
Interesting.
I really enjoyed that. So yes,
you can imagine if like Picard was on an anthropological mission, like undercover with a less developed civilization.
You'd expect him to say similar things to that. Yes, very much so. So that's definitely my.
Oh, I really like that. Actually, it's just making me realize, seeing this as an adult, and I do have, I'm a proud uncle of some kids that are growing up rapidly. Like that scene that you're talking about, Wesley and being taken aside by the Traveller, and the Traveller sort of marveling at, hey, this kid has got some stuff that's this fantastic potential. It's a privilege to watch this happen and see if maybe I can really relate to that too.
Do you think that he knew about Wesley, or it was just a happy coincidence?
I think a coincidence. There's a bit where he talks about like one of the reasons I travel is for the opportunity
to find these these little hidden gems. Yeah,
and it might be birds of a feather flocking together. If I keep traveling, I'll bump into them.
No, absolutely. All right. So, let's see. We also have a little segment here where we talk about a deleted scene that might have been that's left on the cutting room floor.
Log, supplemental.
You have something?
Oh, okay. Let me sort of make it a retroactive correction to the entirety of Tasha Yar's backstory and the things that we have to say about that.
Okay, yeah.
Where instead of cutting away when we see, the gang coming through the portal with their flashlights, and then we see they've all got bushels of wheat, and they're just brassica gangs is the problem this whole time. And that's why they're also wet. They're all just covered in rapeseed oil.
Right. I was just thinking like she just like goes on a completely kick-ass fight scene and beats the shit out of them and then picks her cat up again and like wanders off with it.
I mean, that too, but just recontextualizing rape gang. Like they're just... Because you've also got the corn gang and, probably cornhole gang now I think about it.
Well,
maybe I'll think about it some more before
that's where the oil comes into play.
Yeah. I'm going to retract a bit.
You'll be in your bunk, yes.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, my scene is going to be the absolute pandemonium in stellar cartography when they arrive at their first location. It's like, no, 5 more minutes. We're still.
Yeah. Maybe we should look around, Captain. What do you think we've been doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, give us like 10 more minutes and we can finish turning the protostar.
You turn the ship like 2 degrees to the right. The telescope won't turn this far out of the porthole.
Yes. Like, it's not like staying in for extra half an hour isn't really going to make that much of a difference, is it? Can we just please stay
Why are we
5
never
more minutes,
involved
Mom?
in that? Like, Kirk had a science officer. What do you have?
Yeah. All right. So
thank you so much to Pangolin for recommending this episode.
Yes.
I had such a good time with this. This is we so rarely get to see the early stages of a series.
Yeah,
it sort of reminded me of, I've talked about this before, like photos of one of the 2 first costume fittings for the Next Generation, where 2 of the designs had been selected to actually see actors wearing them.
Right,
and one of them were these ones that we know about, with the black shoulders and the red, and the other ones were these short-sleeved, bell-bottomed, white and blue, like, athletic numbers.
Okay.
They looked like C-Lab 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of where they went with Enterprise later.
Oh, it's even worse than that. I mean, you don't really have anything to compare it to. It just looked like, Jacques Cousteau's crew.
Oh, okay.
Would be wearing that.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, thank you, Pangolin. And if you, the listener too, would like to recommend an episode to us, you can go to joyoftrek.com/links, where you will find a form where you can suggest suggest an episode that you like better than everybody else or that has special meaning to you.
I know that we've done a whole bunch of episodes, but there's like 900 hours of Star Trek.
Yeah, we'd like that. I think we've got about 10% or something like that of the total now.
Oh, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, of all of Star Trek. And yes, there's so much more to do.
So have a think about what you like. Do you like the weird stuff like Pangolin did and like the...
we like the weird stuff.
We do the weird stuff. We sure do. Do you like the sciencey stuff? Because there's also a bunch of like cool science. And then we've had recommendations from people who saw themselves represented on television for the first time. And people whose eventually career path was even guided by inspiration that they gleaned from an episode of Star Trek.
And should you be able to find it in your heart and wallet to support us, there's also a link to our Patreon page there where you can help keep the lights on here at joyoftrek.com.
You get a special bonus episode. We really should do like a clip from the bonus episodes if you know what you're into.
You get access to the GIFs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, not so horny this time around.
No, but like last week's episode was like hard to beat in that regard.
Oh, that was Cogenitor. I think last week's was...
yes. So, let's see. We have left for us a trail of audio crumbs by the Chief to lead us, hopefully, to which episode we are going to be listening to.
Next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek.
Yeah, here comes clue number 1.
A fool would stand in the way of progress.
Okay.
A fool would stand in the way of progress.
He's doing a voice, but...
Yeah.
All right, clue number 2.
Certain things men must do to remain men.
That sounds like a Worf.
Very, very gendered.
Yeah.
Spock, do me a favor and don't say it's fascinating.
Huh.
All right, that's Bones.
Could be. Yeah, I suppose.
So if it's Bones, then it's not Strange New Worlds.
Oh, no. I guess not, no. He hasn't showed up yet, has he? No.
Shut a child off when it makes a mistake. M5 is growing, learning.
Oh, no. M5, it's one of those sentient computer ones.
Oh, right. It's the one where, like, the one where Kirk gets to show off his talking computers into
the one where Kirk does that. It doesn't really narrow it down.
No, that's like I said. It's one of the ones where Kirk's...
So this is the one, yeah. It's where he talks computer to death.
Yes, basically. Logic loops the computer.
That's the one thing no machine ever had. Maybe it's the one thing that keeps men ahead of them.
Okay, yeah. So, I think the original series.
Oh,
but I have no idea what the episode's
called. We've got one more clue. Maybe it's in there.
Murder is contrary to the laws of man and God.
Whoa! Hold on. I have no idea. We're so Christian fundamentalist, this show. All right, Chief, tell us what we're doing.
You're going back to TOS. The episode is TOS 224, The Ultimate Computer.
Oh.
Biggie. All right, looking forward to that.
We sure are. An original series. Next week there will be a story reading, and then the week after that we will be going back to... No, that's...
you look just like Buddy Holly.
Which leaves us only with one more thing to do.
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Energize!
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode with friends Kay and Kaki, production and editing by our chief engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amore. Join us next week for The Ultimate Computer, TOS 224. Visit joyoftrek.com/links to send us recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there.